Debt-Free TV, in association with getoutofdebtfree.org.
So, it's a cleansing purgative. So it's a real hardcore cleanser for the body, the emotional body, the mental body, the spiritual body, and really at the highest levels aligning you with your life's path and helping you to live the highest vibrational lifestyle that you can in an organic way. So the medicine is applied through burns to the skin. So it's like a small piece of wood, maybe 5mm diameter, that you get a red ember on the end, and it's some small circular burns to the skin, and the skin is took away and the frog venom is put into the burn. Now it's very much a fire and water ceremony. So the fire opens the gate and the Kambô is placed at the gate and the water passes it through. So the fire opens the gates, the points, the burns, and the Kambô is presented to the gate and the water passes the Kambô through the gate. And with the Kambô medicine, it's like a very fiery medicine. So you drink, after 6 to 12 hour fast, you drink 1.5 litres maybe of water very quickly. And this is the water, and the Kambô comes in as the fire, and it's felt through the whole body. As it begins, it's like a fire through the body, as it just searches through the body and finds what it needs to pinpoint. And so vomiting is involved. So it's a very, very deep vomit, and emptying a lot of the bile from the upper organs, depending on where toxins are stored, and with the lower, the colon, the intestines, all releasing through shit.
Oh, it basically flushes out your whole body.
It flushes out your whole body, yeah.
Steph, you'll come and listen to this talk.
So yeah, it's like a very heavy detox in a very small amount of time.
So how long does it take after you've done it?
So the Kambô is applied and it's felt almost immediately.
Yeah.
It comes on very, very fast. It works on a cellular level. Rather than going through the bloodstream, it goes through the cells and the lymphatic system. So yeah, all the bile stuck in the liver is then vomited out. So if you imagine the liver is just like a filter, constantly filtering, it's a chance to almost turn that filter inside out and get all the crap out of it. What's that? Yeah, basically gets all the crap out of the filter. Yeah. So it's a very powerful medicine. So on a physical level, it's there's a lot of research into curing especially cancer, and really good treatment in AIDS, Parkinson's, the list, all the major diseases that we're suffering from. We're finding that Kambô really helps with these. So it's a really ancient wisdom that we're learning from. The Brazilian government are really interested in it, and at the moment they're doing a lot of research in Brazil, and any profits that are gained from that research they're planning to give back to the tribes people.
Oh, that's pretty good. At least everything's going back to where it came from.
Yeah. Okay, so on the physical level, that's what's happening, but on an emotional level, on a mental level, and on a spiritual level, it's really going in and it's like realigning chakras, and it's dissolving bad energy in the energy field, which is stopping positivity coming to us. We're naturally magnetising positivity to us, but we build up layers of panema which stop this negativity, so it's really a chance to just like clean the slate, as it was.
I'm sorry, I'm really deaf and I can't even hear you. Is that microphone on?
Yeah, I'll try to speak up.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, there's a mental clearing, you know, with your thoughts, what you're working out afterwards, an emotional clearing. The emotions sometimes are really unsettled and then resettle again into a more beneficial form. And I really feel like it's a very much a destiny medicine. So it really puts you back on the right track of your destiny. Okay, has anyone got any questions at this point?
You think that's because of eliminating all the blockages makes you realise more about what you actually want?
Yeah, could well be, yeah.
You have that clearer judgment.
Okay, and it brings a really good energy into the aura. It brings the green light of the Kambô frog into the aura, and the Kambô frog, it's a really large frog, also called giant monkey frog, or Dalpete, or Sapo, and it's a very friendly frog. It likes climbing on humans, and it's totally docile. The frog doesn't have any natural predators, so it's got no need to ever worry in its life. So it's quite happy just to be wherever it is. So the energy of the frog, the no predators, no worry, just pure love energy really comes into your aura. Yeah.
How would the best extract from?
Okay. The Matse, they get the frog, and they go out. They all go out singing, and they catch these frogs, and they tie up a frog. Now they're not supposed to harm the animal in any way, otherwise it angers the animal spirits. But they tie it up like a cross by its arms and legs, and they wipe the secretion from its back and put it onto another piece of stick. So the Matse do that, and the Katakeenas, they really just go out and they sing to the frog, and they get the frog and they hold it and they just take the secretion in that way, which I think is a lot nicer, really. But you know, all of them never want to harm any of these frogs, so none of them are ever treated badly. Yeah. Is there anything you want to bring to the table?
Really enjoying that clarity of what you're saying, even if I have to struggle to hear it. It's really clear place. Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to convey, isn't it? The sense of that medicine when it's working. Describe how it's working in the body and how it's beneficial. Attempt to describe these energetic layers that we don't really have language for that much, so it's hard to talk about. into that space with it. What I found the first time I heard it was the combination of the massive power of it. Like, you feel like as soon as it enters your system, your whole body is just, it's like full power. It's coming into it, and the body can like panic and stuff. You can like just allow that panic to be, just like set that down and just focus on it. So like huge power, that huge good evidence, and that love that Shep is talking about, it's immense power. And you can even when saying if it did enter the bloodstream, it could be potentially fatal. Like serious problem in the nervous system.
Yeah.
It's not going to harm the body in any way. So the combination of like the power with that love, I really like felt a conscious connection with the spirit that makes me love that world. So it's really just saying what it's saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing heart opener. It's just like a massive burst of energy to the heart. Like when it enters the body, it opens all of the blood vessels in the whole of the body. So it's really like getting out any, like when you have a colonic, the colons swell to such a size that anything stuck to the side of it can be flushed out. Same with the blood vessels. As they open up, all the crap is just flushed through the body, and because all the blood vessels are so open, the heart's really pumping, and the body's just so flushed. You're really feeling like you say, the massive amount of energy, and just like your body and your blood. And I found it really grounding into the physical body, because you're so aware of it. Okay, yeah, so it comes on as a flush, and as you start to cool down, you start to feel like organs pump the fluids back into the stomach, and you feel very sick, and it's shortly after this that you start vomiting. So you're very preoccupied by your body, but the more times you do it, the more visionary it can become. And I feel like almost like it can work through the different layers. Like first time you do it, you're very preoccupied by the body, but then the more you do it, the more you feel it in the different bodies. So it's just like, as powerful it is as it is in the body is as powerful as what it is in all the bodies. So it's doing an amazing amount of work in a very small amount of time.
How often they do it then?
They do it quite a lot before hunting.
Yeah.
Okay, because like I say about removing that penema allows the good luck in. So and they use it as a visionary medicine as well. So they'll make predictions on what will happen the following day in their hunt. And the mats they use it with, they use two medicines. They use the Kambô, and they use something called Nunu, which is Nunu, and it's a jungle tobacco mixed. Jungle tobacco is just like the wild tobacco that grows in Peru, and they mix this with the inner root bark of a tree that's the older relative of the chocolate, the cacao. They use the inner root bark of that, and they have massive amounts of this, massive amounts of Kambô, and they can predict the entire day, like event for event. Yeah. The Kambô can be visionary, but not in as far as a trip. When you're relaxing in the point, when you're recovering afterwards, maybe a vision can come when your eyes are closed, similar to a dream or something like that. But a lot of the time, it isn't so psychedelic. With larger amounts, it can be, like because you can do this like multiple times. So you have a dose of Kambô, you vomit, you recover, and then as soon as you recover, more Kambô, more vomiting, recovering, more, maybe 3 times, and you can enter into a more visionary space like that. The more intense bit is like about 15-20 minutes up to about half an hour. No, it's a very quick process, and then you're left feeling quite queasy, hanging, a little bit like you pulled a whitey a bit. You're left like that for maybe up to an hour or maybe 2 hours, and then from there it's like completely back to normal, better than before, and you can go about your day's work or whatever you were doing. Okay, I hold ceremony in Norfolk, and I should be doing a ceremony. There's going to be my teacher's coming over to hold ceremony at Coed Hills, where Tom lives, and that's going to be a 3-day ceremony. So it's going to be doing it 4 times in 4 times in 3 days.
Once a day.
Once a day, but one of the days we'll do it twice. Have you got anything to add about your experience?
You mentioned about the drinking water.
Drinking loads of water, yeah.
What, beforehand?
1.5 litres of water beforehand, because it's very much a fire and water ceremony, so you put the water in your system and the Kambô comes in as the fire.
I see, right.
Yeah.
So would you say it's quite important for us as Westerners, from all the dairy and everything that we're so used to eating, and obviously a lot of, and that's cloggage, isn't it? It's cloggage for the whole system, so it sounds like that'd be quite important for us.
Because obviously attached to all the impurities that accumulate in the body is emotional it's trapped emotion as well as trapped toxins, and same as what I was saying before. I mean, it's working on loads of different levels, but part of that is the vomiting out all the toxins from the body.
How can we get in touch if we're interested in
you can take my email if you are interested, and
contact Worldshift.
Contact Worldshift, definitely, yeah.
So is it a good idea to really purify your diet for a little while before you go into it? Does it not make any difference?
It will be more beneficial because you will have detoxed quite a lot before you've done it. So I think if you start to detox, the toxins start to loosen up and just like get processed by the body again. So it's a good, if you do a detox beforehand, it can be really beneficial because you can just like really get it all out.
Does that lessen the vomiting?
No, I would have thought you vomited just as much. For cancer or really serious ailments, I'd recommend doing it as much as possible, and multiple times as well. Hopefully, three in a row is showing real success in treating real hardcore diseases. It's kind of becoming an endurance exercise when you get to doing it 3 times in a row, though, because the first time can feel so horrible that you wouldn't. It's the last thing on your mind that you want to do after going through it. But to push yourself can really build up your endurance in the whole of your life. like I really feel like it's one of those experiences that you get through it and you feel like, you know, if I can get through that, I can get through any of this mediocre crap.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah. But
After that, you still 3 hours a lot.
so I really feel like it's a massive boost to the immune system, which is one of the main things. And by doing it 3 times, once and then once again within a lunar cycle, and then once again within a lunar cycle, as soon as possible, really, it can really just like make the effect indelible. So it just stays with you forever. And afterwards, I've also found that you need less sleep, less food, less water, more endurance. So obviously it makes it an amazing hunting tool as well.
How long does that last?
Like I say, if you do it 3 times, it's more it's a real permanent thing that stays with you.
I know, I've been there.
So if you only do it once, how long does it last for?
I think 2 months, I think, like maybe 4 months. Like if you do it the first time and you don't do it again within 2 months, it has the same potency as doing it for the first time again. Is there anything crucial I've missed out, do you think? Anything crucial I've missed out?
Maybe diesel.
3 years ago, I took it for the first time.
Right. And were you searching for anything, or did you just take it generically to see what it was like? Did you ask it a question? Did you use it for divination in any way?
I was introduced to it through ayahuasca led me to it, and I went into it really just open to it because I love shamanic tradition, and I love trying every shamanic tradition and just being open to the process that comes. First time I done it, I thought that I was probably allergic to it and I was going to die.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
And this is a really good thing, because this is a really good thing to have the opportunity to step into that space where you feel like you're going to die and you can't do anything about it. The only thing you can do is accept it.
Really, I remember the first time that really coming in, it's just like the whole body, every single cell is going, what is this? Do you know what I mean? Like everything. The heart is speeding up. It's just like this intense presence of medicine. And like you say, it's just like, oh my god, what have I done? You can't get off that ride. It happens like always straight away.
As soon as it's on there.
And then you can't get off that ride, so the body is like not happy in the situation. First for me, it was like really feeling unsettled. And yet to reach the point of like seeing the spirit of medicine within that, and knowing that it's going to be okay, and you can trust the medicine, and seeing that the people grin on the medicine's face. I talk about that for example, you describe like the counselors. But yeah, like going from that point of like panic, the whole body panic, to then just remember this experience of Shep, so like the intensity of this, closing my eyes and being in an utterly different place. Look around, when I close my eyes, I can look around this room, the textures, everything. So the lady is also there who was like psychedelics, and I think that's kind of like give our different associations with that. But for me, it's like in that sense as well. Yeah, interesting. It's been a while now since I've worked with it. That's interesting. I was saying to Shep last time we did try it. It wasn't as easy to medicine to speak with me and that before. My diet was good. I didn't really run down working really hard, drinking a lot. And the medicine was really clear. It's just like, yeah, it's not as easy for you to meet me if your diet is out of balance and stuff like that. That's necessarily too much tobacco in that. Okay, maybe the way I'm speaking to that. The way I'm probably just here. That's just my place.
Yeah, so it's really a love medicine as well, because I mean the massive burst of energy through the heart really opens up the heart and blasts out negativity and that which doesn't serve us, and helps us to experience a deeper degree of self-love. So through that self-love, being able to love everyone in your life more completely. So yeah, so it is a really loving medicine that really wants to help us. So yeah. How many people would be interested?
Yeah, I would. I've got a few friends at home who would be as well, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. I mean,
we give you our details, like our email or something.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Send a letter out updating us about details.
Yeah.
If it's going to be on.
I've got an email list, so I can put you all on an email list if you want to, and I can just inform you of all the events coming up.
So when you said if you get enough people, you'll go to them.
Yeah.
How does that work out with like toilets? If everyone's shitting and puking at the same time.
No. With the ceremony, each person would have the process on their own. I would apply the medicine, and we'd maybe sit in a circle, and everyone could just channel positive energy to the person who's receiving it, and so each person goes through that process on their own. Yeah. So hopefully only one person needing the toilet at the time.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a piece of paper, I'll leave you my email, definitely.
Yeah, man, yeah.
The best bit about it is when someone's singing, you go, Viva the Kambô! Really hang them on. Viva! Every time someone says it, it's brilliant. Real cleansing like processes, everyone's together, you're all singing together, and you're like, Viva! It's really good. You'll be Viva the Kambô.
Yeah.
You're saying it works on a cellular level, and then I think you mentioned something the other day about how it changes some cellular
I was told by Mauro about the Kambô enters your cells 50% the first time you do it, 75% the second time, and then 100%. Just like it permeates all of your cells. I mean, the medicine goes through all the cells of the whole of your body. Okay, so with the ceremony, it's applying the Kambô, and then usually we use Palo Santo, a sacred wood. The smoke from a sacred wood is blown into the person's aura or held under their nose to inhale it, and it really helps the purge, helping clear negativity from the aura. The Palo Santo really loosens up any negativity that needs to come out. And also I use rattle, healing breath, and sometimes even visualization or Reiki or whatever I intuitively feel that they need at the time. Because with running ceremony, I find that really I've just got to rely on my intuition with how much medicine to give someone, for just being in tune with that person. I really rely on my intuition, so I really do what it tells me. So yeah, just going with the flow as I feel, really. But yeah, really just trying to help the person in that space, but enabling them to feel like they're on their own as well. Because I think it's important for the people on Kambô to realise that they are on their own and they can't, get help from anyone else at that time. It's a really strengthening, empowering thing for you. Yeah. Okay. So, anyone else got any questions?
The build up to it, do you have to detox?
It can be beneficial, but it's not necessary. It is beneficial, but it's not necessary.
Do you need to detox while you do it?
Fasting for larger amounts of time.
Yeah, we did fast 24 hours.
But even larger amounts of time than that, if you really wanted to go deep, you could do like 7 day water fast and then Kambô.
Would it affect you more if you did that because your body was empty of food?
Yeah, I believe it would. Yeah, it would affect you more. Yeah. And with the multiple Kambôs as well, you can get deeper levels of bile. Like doing it with my teacher Giovanni. You think you've got everything up, and then you recover, you come round again, and the stuff that you're getting up next time is even darker. I mean, because a lot of the time, most if it's coming out of the liver, it's mostly yellow, the bile that comes out. And I've seen, I've given this to loads of different people now, so I've seen all different colours of bile, like black bile or...
It comes out of where, like out of your mouth?
Out of your mouth, yeah. Really, really dark.
I lost like viral stuff before, so I've got all that with me.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like 7 days of cancer.
Yeah.
That's quite mad. So what? It just comes out of people's mouths if they've got a problem.
Basically, it's an emergency eject of their toxins. So the kind of the liver kind of backfires up into the stomach, and you then vomit out the toxins from the liver. Yeah. And I mean, a lot of the time with most people, it's like yellow, a light yellow colour. With myself, it's usually a light yellow. But with some people, I've seen it coming out really dark orange, or even, it going into almost brown when they've been a real caner. I've even had a guy who had a ketamine problem. I gave him Kambô, and he literally vomited a lump of ketamine. A big white frothy lump of ketamine out of his stomach. So, for people that do really cane their bodies, it's an ideal opportunity to flush it out in a very quick way. You know, this amount of detoxification, I don't know any other way you can do it so quickly.
How long has Kambô been used for? Is it like back to, is it like 1,000 years old?
I don't think it's as long as that. I think it's like about 450 years. Well, I mean, with myself, because I run the ceremony, I try and give myself like massive amounts of Kambô. So whereas I start someone on maybe 3, 5 or 7 points, I put like about 24 was the most I put on myself. So I really try and test as large amount as I want to really make sure it's safe for people. We've given it to people. 2 people have had a really strong effect from it, where they've been vomiting from the night time till maybe the next morning. But I really feel like every purge has meaning.
There's obviously a lot more to get out for some people, isn't there?
Yeah. Sometimes, well, what I find is usually the people that keep wanting to vomit, when they drink the water, they vomit out the water and the bile, but then they need to vomit something else. So there's a lot of dry heaving. You really need to drink more water, but I can't force anyone to do anything. So if you drink more water, it'll give a solution to whatever needs to be vomited. But yeah, only 2 people have had really strong reactions. I've given no one has died. They give Kambô Katakina from the age of 2, and they can do up to 100 points in a ceremony.
You give people 7, did you say, for their first one?
Yeah, usually with the dosage, you work maybe 7, 9, 11, or, you know, depending on the person, maybe 3, 5, 7. What they usually I'll just use my intuition to really feel for what I should start them on, and usually it's pretty spot on.
So have you had people doing your ceremonies who have done quite a lot of hallucinogens and other natural drugs who it hasn't affected as much? Or is it just, does that not happen? Do you know what I mean? I know you have built up a tolerance to the actual Kambô, but if you've done a lot of other stuff, does it still affect you the same? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it still affects you exactly the same, no matter what you've done in the past. You can build up a tolerance to it. But usually only if you're doing like micro dosing quite a lot. So if you do Kambô just like maybe 1 dot, it feels like a really nice experience. It's a real warming to the body, and you can really I found really appreciate the Kambô like that, because there isn't anything, you don't feel sick and you don't feel absolutely awful is one thing, but just like being able to absorb the sensation and the love of the Kambô without being preoccupied by your physical process. So it's really nice just doing 1 point, but to do 1 point quite often can bring down your tolerance to the Kambô. And Kambô can also be applied locally as well. Like my teacher, he's designed his own method of applying Kambô, where he uses the energy meridians of the body. So he'll do an acupuncture test and then line them up along the meridians. Like I've got a line of Kambô along my lung meridian there. So yeah, he uses it in the ear as well, because you know, all the parts of the body are within the ear, and the ear is a very, very potent place to do Kambô. Where you put the Kambô on your body has different effects. So it spreads through the whole body, but that starting point is a real power point as well, where it spreads from. So as it spread from there through the whole body, so that's the most potent place. So yeah, so the leg, you know, there's a bit of a time delay when it goes on the leg. For women tribally, they usually have it on the leg, and there's a bit of a time delay, and it isn't as strong, because women are usually smaller, and then men usually have it on the arm, and but also they can have it on the chest. And you know, we're really experimenting with this medicine now. I had it on the back of the neck recently. I've done quite a lot on my wrists, and you know, you can really just take an ailment and focus the Kambô in on it.
If you say it's potentially fatal if it goes into the bloodstream, it's probably best to avoid places where there are major veins, so the wrist.
I've done nearly all of my wrists where it's the thinnest, so I've tested that one and it's perfectly fine. Yeah, because I mean, it never involves blood. I mean, the ember is touched to the skin, and when the skin's taken away, it's just raw skin there.
It'd be extra safe to stick to more muscular areas if you know what I mean.
Maybe so, but I've like I say, I've done the veins on my wrists, so I can say from experience there's no danger at all. It's nice that you've pointed that danger out after I've done it all.
Did you just say it's potentially fatal if it goes into the bloodstream?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear that at the beginning.
But everything's fatal, oxygen's fatal.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Just how you deal with it.
Okay, well, I think I've exhausted my wealth of information. I can tell there's some more things that I haven't said, but I think I've given you enough to think about for the moment. And like I say, you're quite welcome to come and experience Kambô ceremony with you. So if you'd like to do it, just like how often do you do the ceremony? Depending how many people want to do it. But yeah, it's pretty free flowing at the minute.
What kind of like size groups do you have? Like a maximum you'll have at the ceremony?
Most I've had, I think, is 12, but it's quite a long time getting through that amount of people. So I think 10 is a good size as a top number. But I mean, with Giovanni that we're doing at Coyd Hill, he's going to be doing like 20 people, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I prefer working in smaller numbers.
You kind of get more involved in it.
Yeah, I really like the experience of being there for the ceremony and seeing everyone go through this experience and having the, you know, just like that. Seems it builds like a real connection going through this like endurance experience.
Free TV, in association with GetOutOfDebtFree.org.